everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And we are still looking at different ways to get around. But the good news is, this is part C, final day. So we've kind of taken care of the boring ones. Oh, bus, subway, car, taxi.
Hey.
And then yesterday we took care of the normal holiday ones, airplane, ferry, train, bus, things like that. So today we're going to be looking at really exciting, even dangerous ways to get around. And for these ones, you're not doing this to get to work or school. No, you're not doing this on a holiday to get from your home to the place that you're visiting. No, you do this maybe just to do this, just to have fun. And generally, if you do this kind of traveling, you probably start and finish in the same place an hour or two later. And you're doing it just for the excitement of traveling, probably fast or something like that. So are there any kind of extreme, dangerous, adventure ways of traveling that you've always seen? You're like, ooh, one time in my life, I want to try that.
Oh my gosh, what's something I really want to try? Well, what I have tried, I did make that happen, was skydiving.
Okay. That's kind of traveling,
not really traveling.
Straight
You're traveling
down.
in the air.
You're traveling straight
from
down.
One place and then you can and paragliding.
Oh, okay.
There's
you have that kind of wing, or that's hang gliding, I should say, similar.
And I'm jet skiing.
Jet skiing. Okay, now that's a way to get around. You would be very lucky if you get to school on a jet ski. You would have a very exciting life. But most people would use a jet ski on holiday. And was it fast? Was it dangerous? Did you feel like something could go wrong and you could crash?
Yeah, I felt amazing though. But you have a life jacket, so you're okay. But the speed on the water, that definitely gets you going.
That does sound like a lot of fun. All right, so there's a really good example of a way to get around that you wouldn't normally use just to go places, but on a holiday for an adventure experience, this sounds perfect. So let's find out about some more good examples. Jenna and Mario signed up for an off-road experience.
I'm a little nervous. It's my first time to go off-road in an SUV.
It's quite exciting, but it can get a bit bumpy.
All right, so yes, today we are looking at different ways to get around. I would say today we should slightly change the title to really different ways to get around, because most of us probably haven't done these, haven't tried these ways, and some of them I think are almost impossible, but they're all definitely cool and interesting. So what does it say here? We notice that Jenna and Mario are out of the bookstore. They're on holiday on the weekend or something, and they're doing something a little unusual. It says Jenna and Mario signed up for an off-road experience. So this is kind of an adventure little experience they've paid money for, and in this case they're going to be going off-road. And we could also say they're going off-roading.
Off-roading, which is off the regular road. They're going in the cool roads inside the woods where maybe there are not even any roads.
That's right, yes.
So off-road experiences are those big cars or those huge motorcycles where people are all dressed up and they ride through the mud in like the mountains of Cambodia or something like that. It's very amazing. You get really tan. It can be very dangerous and you go really fast. And this is just really for excitement. And I know people who do this like as a form of exercise. They do it like all the time. They just like take their bikes up there and have this adventure, and we call those off-road experiences because you can't get them in the city. You have to go far away to the mountains and somewhere that's off the regular road, off the road that you would commute for your travels. This is really, really far away.
That's right. But of course it could be a little bit dangerous. Often you have to wear a helmet. You might have special seat belts on to stop you from falling out, and it won't be a smooth, relaxing ride. You won't be sitting there with your magazine going, oh, I'm getting sleepy. No, you're going to be thrown around. So that explains why Jenna is feeling a little worried about this.
She's nervous. Jenna says, I'm a little nervous. I'm scared. It's my first time to go off-road in an SUV. So we can see that she isn't on a motorcycle. She's still in an SUV, which is a vehicle, a big car. and she is still scared because probably it's going to be a bumpy ride and she's never done this before.
And before you do something that you've never done that could be a little dangerous, that is giving you, feelings of maybe fear or worry, you describe that feeling as being nervous. You'll be nervous before a big test, maybe before visiting the doctor or the dentist. If you don't like having your teeth cleaned, you might be nervous before your first date with someone you really like. So there are good and bad reasons to be nervous. But basically, something is coming up. It's exciting, but also a little scary. And so you have this feeling of being nervous. It's not so bad that you're like, no, I can't do it, and you're trying to run away. No, but you're definitely, I'm a little uncomfortable, and I just want to start, or I just want to get this done. I can relax. But right now I'm a bit nervous because I've never done this before and I don't know what to expect. Well, Mario, it seems he has done this before.
He's experienced.
Or at least he knows a bit more about it because he's trying to calm Jenna down to make her feel more relaxed. He says it's quite exciting, but it can get a bit bumpy.
Yeah, definitely.
You're off-road. You're driving over hills and valleys and rivers and rocks and things like that. So it can definitely get quite bumpy. You don't want to try to drink your tea like a lady or a gentleman in the back of the off-road vehicle, because it'll be flying around and tea will go everywhere, and that's what happens because it is quite bumpy.
It could be quite bumpy, quite scary, quite nervous. Quite means very, not just a little bit, but more than a little bit. It's like very much. So if it's out of 100, it's like 60 or 70. It's quite. So it's very much something. So notice this word is kind of looks like quiet, but it's switched around the last two letters, and that just means very. So I can say I'm quite hungry. That means I'm not just a little bit hungry, I'm like getting to the point where I'm about to be super hungry. So if something is quite bumpy, it's not really smooth, it's quite bumpy, or it's very bumpy.
Yeah, I'd say quite is a little bit less than very.
Yeah.
Right? You might say, I'm very tired, so I'm going to bed now. I'm quite tired, but I could watch TV for an hour before I go to bed. So not quite as strong as very, but definitely more than just normal or something you wouldn't notice. And here we're talking about how bumpy it is. If something's bumpy, it kind of moves your body in a fast, jerky, uncomfortable fashion. If you're ever trying to stand up on a bus and the bus is going over a rough road, it's bumpy, it can be hard to stand up.
The back of the buses are bumpy.
If you're at the back of the bus, or if you're sleeping in a car and suddenly the road gets bumpy, you might wake up, right? Because suddenly your body is shaking and moving and jumping up and down and stuff like that. And we often use it for situations where it's normally smooth, it's normally very relaxed and you don't move too much. And then all of a sudden you do this, like on an airplane. People often get nervous when the airplane starts to get bumpy because the air is pushing the plane around up there. But soon you'll fly into smoother air and everything will relax and be smooth again. Smooth and bumpy are kind of opposites there. So they're getting ready for this exciting but bumpy experience. We'll take a break and we'll find out more after that.
The guide said that the vehicle will fly through the air sometimes.
Yeah, but it won't be like flying in a helicopter or airplane.
Did you fly in a helicopter before?
No, but it's on my bucket list.
Hey, it's on mine too. Also, I'd like to travel in a spaceship one day.
Not me. I'm happy to just have fun on Earth.
All right, so an off-road experience is something that Mario and Jenna are just about to try out, but Jenna's still feeling a little nervous.
Yeah, she says, the guide said that the vehicle will fly through the air sometimes. So I guess it's like whoosh.
Yeah, I don't think it's flying through the air like an airplane.
It's not flying like an airplane, but it's like flying like that.
Right, like in a car chase, you'll see the car leave the ground for just a few seconds, but it does
It's flying.
come down with a bang or something like that. But of course, it doesn't have wings. It's not controlling and flying itself like an airplane or a bird. But this is what the guide told her, so I
Yeah.
guess she should believe him, right?
So when we talk about the guide, we're talking about the tour guide. This is the person who is leading the experience or leading the event. So if you go to a special place with these activities, especially these off-road activities, there needs to be a person who is taking you through the experience. They're professionally trained and they take care of safety, and a guide just means somebody who's taking you along and leading you. And in this case, it's going to be that tour guide taking them on the off-road experience.
And we often use something like a tour guide, a museum guide, something like that. They will show you around and give you useful, interesting information so you can enjoy your experience a little bit more. And of course, this guide might also be the one driving the vehicle. Who knows, right? Because it is our driving off-road experience, and you will need a vehicle. What is a vehicle? It's basically a machine that gets you from one place to another. Your feet are not a vehicle. A horse is not a vehicle, but a bicycle, an airplane, a train, a car, a bus, a ferry, a boat, a ship, a truck, a bus. Did I say a bus?
Yep.
An airplane, a helicopter. These are all vehicles of different types. We might say a flying vehicle or a waterborne vehicle, but basically if it's a machine you get in or get on to go from A to B, that is a vehicle as long as it's not your feet or an animal. All right, back to the dialogue. So Mario's listing about, flying through the air. This is what Jenna's a little worried about. And
Scary.
He says, yeah, you will be flying through the air, but, he points out, and this is important, but it won't be like flying in a helicopter or airplane.
Yeah, because there are no wings.
No, it's more like when you take your bike off the edge of the road onto the sidewalk or something. You leave the ground for a few seconds. It's exciting. Could be a little dangerous, but it's definitely not like flying in an airplane or something like that.
So
No.
Jenna's curious. Did you fly in a helicopter before?
Oh, okay.
That sounds
so
cool.
As they talk about
It's like, have
flying,
you done that?
Yeah, they talk about flying vehicles. Of course, airplanes, most people have been on an airplane, right? But a helicopter is much more unusual, and most people haven't had the chance. And Mario is like most people. He says, no, I haven't flown in a helicopter, but he adds, it's on my bucket list.
Bucket list.
So it's something he really wants to try or experience in his life.
So a bucket list is a list of things that you have to do. For example, if you say, I have to go to Australia, I have to see the Eiffel Tower, I have to go skydiving, I have to make $1 million, whatever it is that you want to do before you leave this earth is your bucket list, is the wish list of things that you have to do and that you get to check off. And there's also a really wonderful movie called The Bucket List, which I think is where this term comes from, about a person who wants to do everything that he has ever dreamed of. Okay, so Jenna actually says, hey, it's on mine too. I also have a bucket list, and being on a helicopter is one of the things on the list. Also, I'd like to travel in a spaceship one day. I don't know if I can do that in this lifetime, but maybe we have to see if Elon Musk will let us go on the spaceship.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of spaceships around, but who knows, in the future,
It's
maybe
possible.
she'll be able to do that, get it off her bucket list. Of course, it's a bucket list because in English we have the expression to kick the bucket. To kick the bucket means to die. If someone kicks the bucket, that's a kind of a casual, not really proper way of saying they've died. So your bucket list is the list of things you want to do before you kick the
die.
bucket. There you go. So traveling in a spaceship, well, you could always get a job at NASA. That might be one way to do it.
You would be able to do it.
But you'd have to be really smart
You
and
could be
lucky.
friends with Elon Musk and ask
That
him.
would be another way. All right, back to Mario. He says, not me, no spaceships. I don't want to be in Star Wars or Star Trek or go up with Jeff Bezos or anything. He's happy here on the ground. He says, not me, I'm happy to just have fun on Earth.
But he will take a helicopter.
He will take a helicopter, but as long as he doesn't have to go into space, he'll be quite happy traveling in all the ways we normally travel here on Earth. To travel, of course, is just to go from one place to another place. You can travel a long distance from Taiwan to Argentina, or you can travel a short distance from your house to the local noodle shop to get lunch. But you're going somewhere, you're traveling. All right, guys, that's all the time we have. We hope all of your travels are safe, fun, and interesting, and we'll see you back here with more safe, fun, and interesting articles very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Jenna and Mario signed up for an off-road experience.
I'm a little nervous. It's my first time to go off-road in an SUV.
It's quite exciting, but it can get a bit bumpy.
The guide said that the vehicle will fly through the air sometimes.
Yeah, but it won't be like flying in a helicopter or airplane.
Did you fly in a helicopter before?
No, but it's on my bucket list.
Hey, it's on mine too. Also, I'd like to travel in a spaceship one day.
Not me. I'm happy to just have fun on Earth.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 nervous 形容词，紧张的。I am so nervous about the exam. 我对这次考试感到非常紧张。下一个单字 quite 副词，相当，颇为。The traffic was quite heavy today. 今天的交通相当拥挤。下一个单字 guide 名词，向导，导游。Amy will be my guide when I visit her city. 当我去造访 Amy 的城市时，她会当我的向导。下一个单字 travel 动词，旅游。I want to travel to Canada this summer. 今年夏天我想去加拿大旅游。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 sign up for something 报名参加某一种活动。Sign up 这里指的是报名注册。我们来看看这个例句。My dad signed up for a cooking class. 我爸爸报名了一堂烹饪课。下一个文法 somebody says that 加主词动词，某人说什么事情。That 用来引导名词子句，当作 say 的受词。我们来看看这个例句。Jean said that she will move to Taichung next month. Jean 说她下个月会搬去台中。最后一个文法 one day 将来的某一天，有朝一日。我们来看看这个例句。John hopes to be a singer one day. John 希望有朝一日能够成为一名歌手。
I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I hope to be a famous singer one day.
Oh, okay.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a...
除了用 one day 之外，我们还可以用 someday 来表示未来的某一天。记得 someday 在这里是合起来的一个字哦，所以这个句子我们也可以这样说 ：John hopes to be a singer someday。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Taiwan Lion Craftsman is a must-see destination for visitors to Lukang Artist Village. Jun Shongxi has practiced the art of lion head making for more than 30 years. When he first started getting orders for lion heads, he began researching the beginnings and culture of the lion parade. He would keep an extra copy every time someone ordered a lion head. Mr. Shi can give you a better understanding of Taiwan's lion parade culture, such as the differences between an open-mouthed lion and a closed-mouthed lion. There are also unique lions, such as those made from dustpans or wearing bamboo sieves. The boar's head, made by an Aboriginal craftsman, has long, sharp tusks. Lion head making is not simple. It takes an entire month to make a lion's head. Mr. Shi's DIY lion head painting activities let visitors have fun while learning about this traditional form of art. In these activities, visitors can create a lifelike lion.